Hey everyone, I'm so excited to have been asked to share with you today. And this is what I want you to think about. Are you in the race? Are you ready to run the race to 2026? We've got the fourth quarter in front of us, and we want to make the fourth quarter count. It doesn't matter what the other quarters have looked like. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're winning or losing or you're just running around steady Eddie. It's time for us to put our running shoes on and work towards that finish line. And I'm just going to give you what I think are a handful of things that you can think about as you approach this fourth quarter. First of all, start with a timeout on the field. So, yep, timeout huddle. Get with your coach in this business or your spouse or a good friend. And I want you to think through for yourself. First of all, what is your vision and your dream and your hope? What would you like to be able to accomplish? What do you know is possible in this last quarter for you to be able to step into, run into 2026 and have your business look completely different than it does today? Why do you want this? Get clear, repeat it, write it down, put it in front of you, have it easily accessible. The why is what is going to drive your behavior every single day. And you also want, during this timeout, how was the last quarter? Did you do what you said you were going to do? If yes, and you have been doing what you committed to doing, let's celebrate. Get encouraged. And maybe you just need to turn up the degree by a couple degrees. It's that whole story about the boiling water. At 211 degrees, the water's not boiling. At 212, it is. Where could you just commit a little more time? Where could you add, instead of talking to one new person a day, it's two? What could you do to turn up the steam? And if no, you didn't do what you said you were going to do, why? Go ahead and ask yourself the tough question. Why? What did I let get in the way? What distractions do I need to control? What obstacles do I just need to knock down or jump over? Everyone knows how I feel about obstacles. Those are normal, they're every day, they're going to always be there. But in this race, we're going to hurdle over them. Number two, evaluate your DMO and your life flow. So we're about to approach a different season. We think of September, even though it's still summer, it's moving towards fall and it's back to school. And it often means a change in schedules. It means a little bit less of a long day. We don't have as many vacations and, you know, celebrations and parties and picnics as we would have here in this last couple of months. So, what does that look like for you? And I want you to commit to your DMO. So, evaluate, look, where is the squeak of time? Is there a place in my week that I can block out at least one time where I'm going to dedicate a few hours to my business? Because I'm going to tell you this, we can do it as we do life. I want you to be ready to be prepared every day, all the time. You have your samples, you have your brochures, you have your story in your back pocket, you have your videos on your boards. We know what we need to do when we share, but I'm talking about that solid block of time that's going to have you really diving in. You're going to do your follow-ups. You're going to schedule those connection calls. You're going to invite for events, and we get on a roll once we get working, and we can't only give it 10 or 15 minutes here or there. Find one block. Does your family know about it? Can you sit down and say, listen, I want to run the race to 2026 and I need your help. And here's what I'm going to, mom, or I'm going to spend some time and I need the family supporting me. So enlisting your family, controlling those distractions. And then know that your DMO, as you're working it, you need to be doing one of the 5 income producing activities or it's all for naught. I think we spend way too much time worrying about what social media posts that we're going to make, which I know some of you, the social media is very important, and you've got that down. What about the rest? So number one, are you talking to new people, whether that be through your social media? And if your social media is not attracting new conversations, then maybe, again, you got to reevaluate what you're doing. Let's not, definition of insanity, doing the exact same thing and expecting different results. So talking to new people, sharing your stories, samples, videos. Two, are you following up? Following up effectively 5, 6, 7 times. You've waiting, going for the no with people. And I really suggest follow up needs to be tight. It needs to be, I shared, I'm following up, and I'm in that process, and it's a narrow focus. You don't let that drag out too long. Bringing people to connections and to calls, hugely important. Are you inviting to events and enrolling people as partners because you've gotten them so excited about all the products? You're going to present the Partner Plus program at the point of sale, and you're going to get people excited enough to say, yes, I'm going to partner, I'm going to offset my costs, and then we go back and we begin to dig into, do they have a why? Are they willing to look at the second step QSC? Are they ready to share with more people? Are they open to hosting an in-home event or online friends and family or both? And we move forward from there. Number three, where's your accountability going to come from? We all need accountability. Some of us are better at being accountable to ourselves. Some people just, they have a natural entrepreneur spirit. They don't need to be told what to do. They're highly motivated. Other people, this may be a struggle. It's maybe the first time that you've ever been your own boss. I'm not sure where you are, but are you being a good team player? Are you showing up? Who are you teaming up with in this game and this race? I want to be with the person with their running shoes on, and I'm going to try to keep up with them because they're already running the race well. And so, who are you modeling? Who are you following? And beating procrastination. At the end of the day, we have to beat procrastination. Procrastination is going to rob you of any dream that you have. Putting off to tomorrow what you can get done today is not going to help you. Today is the day. We don't even need to wait for the fourth quarter to start. We're calling this shout out to you today. Let's get after it. Number 4, what's your mindset? Is it a mindset of being in the game? Are you off the bench? Are you in the huddle? Are you ready to make the plays? You got to show up. You need to practice. What does practice look like for you? Is it role playing? Is it just practicing and knowing that you might make a few mistakes, but you're going to learn in the process of sharing with people? What about putting on your uniform? Okay, first of all, dress for success. People like to do business with people who are upbeat, look good, feel good. They're going to be attracted to that. Are you attracting people by the way that you look? And part of that is going to be being a product of our products. I think you should take all the products every single day, including Luminate. I think anyone missing out on Luminate right now, you're gonna put me over the edge. It's like you don't want to miss out on Luminate. It is going to give you that edge that you need for that extra time, that extra focus, the clearing the distractions, getting out of brain fog. Wow, we have the products to assist us with this. Evaluate your daily intake. Are you really being a product of the product? And then the daily fueling of your mind. What do you do to get your mindset straight? What do you do to feel positive, upbeat, motivated? Is it music? Is it prayer? Is it journaling? Is it a talk with a good friend? Is it a text group? What will get your day getting out of any kind of stinking thinking that's holding you back, putting yourself into that moment of, no, I am not wasting this day. It's going to be a great day. And we need to approach every day like that. All right, number 5, you need to plan. I can tell you, I started my first business at the age of 25. And at about age 28, I took the Franklin planning course. Yes, this was when we had the Franklin planning planner. It was incredible. It had your whole month at a glance. It had week. It had every day a chance to plan. It had a place to set up your goals. It was phenomenal. I kind of miss it, to be honest. I have gone more digital with my calendaring, my planning. I love the reminders app on my phone. But you need to plan your month. Our business runs month to month, and Kurt, you're phenomenal at teaching all of this. I learned so much from you about this aspect of it, but you really do need to look at your month. How am I going to build my funnel up? How am I going to get my follow-up in place? And really every month shooting for 515. I'm going to get at least 3 to 5 new customers. Maybe I'd say more partners. I would say like 3 customers and 2 partners, and 1 partner you're going to get to Partner Plus. And we used to call this the Royal Crown activity, the wash and rinse and repeat of you're talking to enough people. You used to have a whiteboard in my office, and I didn't stop in my mind until I filled those spots in. And what event was I having? I knew what my month was going to look like. So we plan our year, but we in this business we break it down to the month. And then what's your weekly plan? I think either Sundays, early evening, or first thing Monday morning before you get on social media, before you start looking at email. Your plan for the week needs to be done before you hit the ground to do anything. Plan your week. Know who you need to talk to. Write it out. Be specific. Be clear. Know where the next steps are in the process for everyone that you're working with. And then you're planning your day. Now I've got the plan for the week. I'm breaking down in which of these things can I tackle today. Sometimes it might mean you walking out the door with a post-it note that has the 3 names that you're going to follow up with today because you don't really have time to do a block of time, but you're going to get to those 3 calls, those 3 texts, those 3 reach outs. So just to wrap it up, let's run the race to the finish line. It's not always the fastest person who wins, but I want you to own every single mile. Best of luck in our fourth quarter.